Time now for the Crusaders TV Player of the Week, and for the final week of the regular season, it is forward Ryan Kruper. Guess who? He led the team in scoring, and in the final two games this past week, first week of March, Ryan had 2 goals and 3 assists. 1 win, 1 loss for the Crusaders. And Ryan, weird week for you. It started in Tuesday in Camrose. You guys get out to maybe one of the best starts you have all year, and just the wheels fall completely off. I guess just talk about how frustrating maybe it was in a game like that when you guys came out so strong, up 4-1 after the first period, and then to have suffered a loss like that.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not really sure what happened there. I don't know, we had a really outstanding first period. Cam came out really hot and had 3 goals, and then I don't know if we just became too loose in the intermission or something, and then somehow our D zone just fell apart and everything they were shooting was going in, and just kind of fell apart from there. I don't know. It was a weird game.
Yeah, that's for sure. And you know, we'll talk again about that first period. I mean, what was going right against the Kodiaks when obviously you guys were able to get pucks net, but it seemed you were cycling really well with your line when you were with Tyler and Cam.
Yeah, obviously, I mean, having Cam score the 3, like, his stick was gold that game in the first period, but our line, I thought, played really well in the first period. We moved the puck well, and I think every other line was also cycling it well down low, working them on the forecheck, and I think that was how we were playing so well. And then all of a sudden we just decided to stop, and then the wheels fell off.
Yeah, we can laugh about it now because it's over and done with. But good response, though, picking up a win Friday against Whitecourt to wrap up the regular season. You know, it didn't start out too great, but you guys persevered and took over that one. Just talk about playing in that game, and it was your final game of the regular season as well as your junior A career in the regular season with this team, and you almost got pretty close to that top of the lead in the scoring race, but ultimately fell short. Just what was it like in that game, home ice, to wrap up your junior A career scoring a goal and 2 assists?
It was a pretty special game for me because I've played here for so long, my entire career, and it ended off on a good note, win that game. Unfortunately, I couldn't catch him in the scoring race. I had a pretty big spread, but I think our team played well. It was good to finish off the regular season the way we did, going into playoffs, and just all-around special game for me.
Out of all the seasons, obviously this was your best statistically in the regular season. Out of all the regular seasons you played in, is this maybe the most confidence you've felt with the group around you going into the postseason?
Absolutely. I think as a team we played extraordinarily strong this year. I mean, our division's really tough and we ended up in 5th, but as a team we had the best point total we've had since I've been here. And this group, I think we have the best shot we've ever had at winning a championship. So I think as long as we stick together and play as a team, I think we got a good shot.
All right, looking ahead to Bonnyville, the series gets going this Thursday. How do you continue the success you had in the regular season? Maybe not just you, but up and down your lineup, you guys produced a lot of scoring this year.
Yeah, other than that last game against Bonnyville, our team's really played strong against them. And, I mean, me personally, I've played them like 3 times in the playoffs now, and I really enjoy playing them. It's always a battle of a series, and I think it'll be the same again this year. Their team's pretty strong too. So I think going in, we need to outmatch them in their work ethic. I think that's one of their strengths, and we need to match that. And besides that, I think we just need to play a big, strong game, take pucks to the net, and score lots of goals, I guess.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting series and good matchup in trying to shut down not only the MVP, but the Defensive Player of the Year as well, and Brinson Pashnuk, and Bobby McMahon was the MVP. How big is it going to be for a guy like you down the middle? How big is the series going to be when it comes to in the face-off circle?
It seems like me and Bobby always seem to match up against each other, and I think face-offs is a key portion of that. I think we match up pretty evenly on the draw, and I think it's going to be important for me to get the upper hand on him. And I think going through the series, me and him are going to play a lot against each other, and for me to shut him down and come up with my own offensive chances and outplay him is a key. What's
the mood around the dressing room right now with the guys? Obviously, it seems that it's been a little bit of antsiness, to make up a word on the spot, of starting the postseason, because you guys have known you're going to finish 5th in a long time, for a long time rather, and now it's here. The playoffs get going on Thursday. How are the guys reacting?
I think everybody's anxious. It's been a long time, like you said, and I think everybody's just getting excited now to get into the postseason, and we've been waiting for this for a long time, so I think getting into it is going to be good for us, and to get the nerves and the anxiousness out is going to be good for us.
How much does last year play into effect in terms of experience and postseasons prior? But you were in the same spot you are this year as last year, finishing 5th. You got to start the postseason on the road. Different type of opponent. I think maybe you kind of snuck up on Fort McMurray, or they kind of took you guys lightly. I think it was fair to say the way you were able to beat them in 4 games. Not going to be the same against Bonnyville, but you guys do start on the road. How much is past experience going to play in this one?
Well, I think our team as a whole is a really experienced team. We have a lot of older guys, and having that experience, especially from last year, starting it on the road. I think Fort Mac, definitely a different type of team. I thought we matched up really well against them last year, and I think this year we match up really well against Bonnyville. We had a really strong record against them this year. And I think having the experience of playing on the road, and we've played well in their rink. We've beat them all 3 times we went there, so I think having that confidence of knowing we can beat them in their rink is going to be good for us, and probably really helpful in the first 2 games in there, Brian.
What's it going to be like in that hostile environment, the RJ Lalonde Arena? Obviously, you guys have had the success, but it's going to be amped up with it being the Gas Drive Cup playoffs.
Yeah, their rink is always a bit of a nut house. I love playing there. They have great fans, and I think the energy is going to be good for both teams, and it's going to be a rowdy game.
How do you relay that to the younger players on this team that don't have playoff experience? Going in, starting on the road, like you said, hostile environment, but you guys can relish in that fact.
Yeah, I think a lot of the older guys know what it's like. I mean, the younger guys will figure it out soon enough. I mean, the first game is going to be a pretty wild game, I'm just assuming. I mean, even regular season, their rink's pretty wild, so I think for them to get accustomed to it right away is key, and they need to understand and be able to cope with that pressure of all the people in the stands yelling and screaming.
All right, Ryan Kruper is your Crusaders TV Player of the Week for the final time in 2015-16, and Ryan had 2 goals and 3 assists last week. He also finished atop of scoring for the Sherwood Park Crusaders in his final year in Junior A. Ryan, good luck in the postseason. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Taylor.